say it on the top. We live. The levels is good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The levels is good. The levels is good. The levels is good.
Levels is good. Levels is good. I can hear you, brother. What's up, though?
Y'all know what it is and who it is.
Huh?
Y'all know what it is and who it is.
Huh? Yeah.
Four corners boxing.
Yeah.
It's that 15 rounds of boxing.
15.
15 asalto del
Yeah.
boxeo.
You
For
heard?
the heavyweight championship of the
What?
world.
What?
Shout out to the heavyweight champion of the world. He's out in City Field watching
Yeah.
fights, and they kicking
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. And shout out to Brother Mo for them Liberty tickets the other day. You know what I mean?
Went
This
to
is
see the
what we
champ.
do.
Went to
Yeah,
see
we
the
went
champ.
to see the champs, and they cooked
Yeah.
Angel Reese and them. You know what I mean? Cooked Angel Reese and them ass like by like 30 or something. Shout to the Liberty. They doing great things in the Barclays. The
Still
energy was crazy.
undefeated.
They 9-0. It looked like we going for the back to back. You know what I'm saying?
Back
So
to back
shout to
would be
Brother
nice.
Mo and shout to the Liberty, man.
Back to back would be nice, man. Shout out to
Yes, sir.
that. He out there with Cuba, with Acere, man, with Lies, man.
Oh, well, shout to
Feel
Brother
me?
Lars. You know that.
Lies and Sister Jen.
Mm-hmm. Sister Jen B Day coming up.
Sister Jen B-Day weekend coming up, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Saludos, bendiciones, sis.
Many more.
The Maniac will be joining us in a second, but you know it's Fight Night Dex. You know that it's Mr. Ball for ball, pound for pound, and we live, baby, running around the town. You know how we do, man. This is what we do. 15 rounds of boxing tonight. A lot of shit going on in boxing. A crazy weekend last weekend. More action. New York action this weekend.
New York.
And
Big city of dreams.
we got Tresean Wiggins joining us in a few as well. Tresean Wiggins will be tuning in with us to talk about his fight next Saturday on the 21st.
Yes.
Against Dakota Linga. If you know, you know. You feel me?
Tough. It's going to be a good one. Tough. That nigga's tough.
Punch that ninja in his mouth. I told Trey, you're going to have to punch that ninja.
Yo, you got to be
up.
tough with a name like Dakota, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to Dakota, though. You know what I'm saying? And listen, you know what's crazy? It's probably the only two states I ain't never going to visit, man. North and South Dakota, man. You know what I mean?
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
We're not going to North and South Dakota,
Yeah.
They ain't
Yo,
doing no
stop
fight
playing.
nights over there.
Stop playing with Dakota Linga, bro.
Yo,
My
he's
man.
a problem. His name is a problem, so he gotta be a problem, man.
His name is a problem.
Three
what I mean?
straight by NyQuil. Three straight,
sleep.
including Scooby.
Scooby.
Right? He beat.
This is a really good fight for Trey Wiggins,
Yeah.
Yeah, we listen, because I know you said around 9:15. So real quick, right? Saturday is going down.
Real quick, say what's up to the people, Ninja.
Word, nigga.
Say what's up to the people, Maniac.
Yo, what's going on, man?
Yeah.
Shout to everybody. Listen, man, you know, my brothers, UnoYouKno, Fight Night X, the Maniac tonight, our brother Fight Night Mo, the heavyweight champ of the world. He won't be with us tonight, but nonetheless, you know, that's the bro. Look, man, Tresean Wiggins, Trigger Trey. He will be joining us soon. We're gonna chop it up with him. A couple of months ago, we was on the live with him. He got on the live. We were cooking. Cool ass dude.
We got to meet him. We got to meet him and chop it up with him, man. We got to chop it up with him on a good one. Johnny, shout out to Johnny at the hangout. He was
Oh
rocking
yeah,
with us.
Johnny joined us, me and X for that one. Yo, so let me on the scale from 1 to 10. Let me not even say a 10 because I'll be capping. Because anyone say a 10 just need to jump out a window. On the scale from 1 to 5, how excited you are for Richard Hitchens, Cambosos, 5 being super excited.
I'm 10, super excited. You heard? I ain't doing no 5, man.
Hey,
This is a 10. This is a 10. This is super excited. This is New York City. This is the champ coming home with
In the garden.
You feel me? To the garden where Cambosos became the champ against Teofimo Lopez on his greatest night.
Yeah.
He been
Cambosos undefeated at Madison Square Garden. He got like 3 wins at the Garden. Yeah,
yo, stop it, yo, listen. You need to be a promoter because you can sell anything. You sell 2 frogs fighting and make that shit sound like Tyson Lennox Lewis
at a
back in the early 2000s.
At a Chuck E. Cheese parking lot, we sell that out quick.
Look, man, I'm gonna say this. First of all, no, but in all reality, you're right. Shout to Africa. He's coming home.
Haiti, baby.
He's making his first defense, right? This is his first defense.
First defense of the title, yeah. He won.
His first defense. Now, again, I said it many times.
What it do, Clarence? Clarence in the
No
chat.
Dutch zone. No Dutch zone.
Busy.
My brother Clarence in the building.
Family.
Smash that like button, people. Smash that like button. Y'all know what we doing tonight. We cooking up.
Correct. And if there's one fighter, y'all know that I don't like, it's Camboso. But now, I respect him as a fighter. Don't get me wrong. And he's tough. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not a hater. I might not like you, but I'll still give you credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
But the reason, like I said, for those that never heard me explain this, the reason I don't like him is because, for one, he struck lightning in the bottle. And I didn't hate him because of that. In fact, I was like, yo, but his mouth.
We don't hate nobody.
After that, no, exactly, we don't. After that, he didn't do nothing. In fact, he was getting stalked, getting cooked. But you would think this dude, he win in every fight. And I'm like, man, get out of here with that. And then when they robbed my man,
Loma, though, the only one that stopped him was Loma, and he fought Haney twice.
And when they robbed my man Maxie Hughes, that was the icing on the cake. You don't rob Maxie. You don't rob Money Grip. You heard? You don't rob Money Grip. You don't do that.
He did good. His last fight a few months ago, like 2-3 months ago, he did good.
Who?
Cambosos.
Of course they say, yo, fan, put down the cheese and the ham, leave that sandwich alone. We got somebody for you over here. You're gonna make some good money. You're gonna fight Camboso. And that's all it was, man. But look, regardless, we're gonna be in the building. So you know the energy is always at a high level when Cuatro Quina's in the building. But you know, we Team Africa over here. We want him to get in that kitchen and cook. Yeah. And we got the father. I know Uno ain't gonna like this one. The father of Keyshawn Davis, Andy Cruz. He said, my son, I don't like it. You heard it? Yo, Eddie, I respect. Look, that could be a mega. Listen, that's gonna be a mega fight down the line. Andy Cruz and Keyshawn at 140 or 147 is gonna be a mega fight down the line. I can't wait. And speaking of which, real quick, man, you know, Keyshawn, what him and his brother did to Nahir Albright, man, that was a bad look. Not only for them.
We're gonna get to all that. Yeah, we're gonna get
to
all
sport. For the sport, man. You know, I just
like God for the sport.
You know, we don't like that. And you know, and what I would say real quick, man, is that regardless, Keyshawn, hold your head, my brother. You made a mistake. You got to take that on the chin and just say, yo, you know what? Regroup with your brothers and say, yo, bro, come on, bro. Y'all like Keyshawn making money. He's putting his brothers in position to make money. And you know, listen, now ESPN, they really, I mean, I don't think they was gonna renew the contract, but they be like, you see, this is the foolishness we don't want. So, hey,
yo,
Guess
Trigger,
who's Biz
Trigger,
Jack?
what
yes,
up, though?
Yo.
Biz Jack.
Trigger Trey, what up?
What's the deal, brothers? How you feeling?
We good, man. We good. We here, man. We just here talking, man. We was kind of discussing a little bit of you know, that whole Keyshawn situation. We'll get to that. We'll ask for, you know, what was your thoughts on that? But you know, this is about you, chat, man. So, man, talk to us, Tresean. You know,
Tresean Wiggins in the building, y'all.
Yes,
Tresean
sir.
Wiggins in the building,
Yeah. Yo, real quick
heard?
though, Trey. Let's get this out the way, man. Hey, it ain't no relation to Andrew and them, right? You know what I'm saying? Andrew Wiggins and them. You know what I'm saying? No relation, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah.
Trigger got a big fight coming up, man.
Yeah.
Got a big fight coming up. NABA Welterweight Championship is on the line.
Yeah.
Feel me? The rise of the new welterweight division is here, and Trey Wiggins wants that smoke. He want that strap, man. He want up on them rankings. And Dakota Linga said, "I'm in the way."
Yeah.
For sure.
Talk about it.
Trey, let's talk about it. June 21st, man. Next Saturday, man. I know you in camp. I know you ready for war, and you got a tough opponent, man. And just know about Dakota Linga. He's done some things here at the Garden to a few cats as well. You feel me? Trey, we packing him up or what, man?
For sure. I mean, we could have took an easier route. You know, I've been out for like 2 years. We could have took an easier route. We chose him specifically, man, because we knew what he bring to the table, man. And he ain't, you know what I'm saying? I know he gonna bring the dog out of me, bro. And I want to, you already know I got a resume of not ducking no smoke. So I say, yo, man, why not put the dog in there himself, man? You feel me?
Yeah, straight hookah lounge. You heard?
Yeah.
Straight hookah lounge with it, man.
Yeah.
Fuck these niggas talking about.
So Tresean, so you know, I mean, obviously we all familiar with Dakota Linga. You know, he's known to spoil you the apple cart once or twice. And look, you know, like you said, this ain't no walk in the park. You might make it look like a walk in the park, but you know, it's no room for slip up for this one, man. So how are you guys preparing, man? Any specific sparring partners? You know, how's it going down in preparation for this fight?
Oh yeah, man. We got a bunch of aggressive sparring. You know what I'm saying? Like today, we just got a solid 8 rounds in there with my man 40 Cal up from out here. He's pretty good, man. Solid aggressive fighter, man. And we sticking to the plan, man. We know exactly what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? Without giving them too much to break something down, man. You know, and he ain't got no skill really. You know, all he got is that will.
Absolutely.
That's not gonna be enough. So you know what I'm saying? And I feel like I don't know if y'all noticed, but when I first won the NABA title, I fought Cody Wilson. That's their stablemate. They got the same coach and stuff, so I'm gonna give them a chance to get their lick back.
You're knocking him down at that gym
you
over
showing
there.
generosity? You showing generosity to the stable? Like, yo, come try to get that back?
Hey, yo, no, I'm just going to show them. I mean, same outcome, but I'm just saying, you know.
You can talk that shit.
Yeah, so if let's just say, man, you know, you get past this fight, right? Because you know it's boxing, man. We never want to look ahead, but we're gonna kind of look ahead. Are we trying to fight one more time after this fight this year? 2 more times? Like, what's the plan for Tresean, man? Because listen, man, you're one of the best kept secrets in boxing, bro. We can't have you on the sidelines, bro.
Well, between us, man, you know what I'm saying, the WBA, they say, you know what I mean, we got it. They're guaranteeing us a top contender after this, you know what I'm saying, which means you figure Rolly don't want to fight nobody. You know what I'm saying? So he rather not fight nobody. So if I can get a voluntary title defense against him, it's lit. You know what I'm saying? I go in there and swipe that off that man, and it's lit. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what's up.
Then I'm right in position. But
That's what's up.
let's just say if it don't go that way, I definitely want to fight again, maybe once or twice if I said, you know what I'm saying, before the year is up. Man.
Okay. Yeah, stay active. Stay
Oh yeah,
active.
for
So I
sure.
said,
Yeah,
I seen you said he ain't got enough in the toolbox. He ain't got
Yeah.
enough
yeah.
tools in the toolbox. So I mean, without giving away the sauce, the secret sauce, you know
Right.
what I'm saying? What specific tools do you feel that you have in your toolbox that he ain't caught those from Home Depot? You know what I'm saying? He
My,
missed his trip to Home Depot for those.
my two main ones is my position and my power, son. He's not expecting me to crack the way I can crack, son. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And
Okay.
my IQ, I'll be able to pick him apart, son. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Jose Vargas was doing okay until he made that careless mistake to, you know what I'm saying, stumble back with his hands down. Like you can't do those. That's a rookie
He
mistake,
got
bro.
pinned in that corner too. He stood in the corner too
Yeah,
long.
you too
Yeah.
much. You know what I'm saying? He basic. He does the same exact thing, and I'll be a fool to get hit with that same exact thing. You know what I'm saying?
Correct. Correct. So yeah, I just think, man, your feet, man, just it's not you. I don't think you need to prove anything. You don't need to stand there and trade. Just bing, bing, bang. You can't catch me. Tom and Jerry him. Make him chase you. You ain't gonna catch me. But
Bro,
hold that.
run him right into it. You know what I'm saying? Run him right
Oh
Yeah.
into
yeah,
it.
that
You know,
yep.
because
Uh-huh.
that
He's a
power that
run
I
right
hold.
into it. Yep.
Yeah, that power that I hold, man. I'm gonna be moving and boxing, and as soon as he run it, the second I heard him, I'm gonna finish him. I'm telling y'all, I'm one of the best finishers in the game. Sir.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
never
yeah,
been a
yeah.
guy that I hurt and not finished versus with the exception of Hitchens.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Over here, four corners, we like
Talking
niggas
about.
that scrape their plate. We
Oh, yeah,
fuck
Yeah.
with
for
niggas
Yeah.
that
sure.
Yeah.
scrape their plate. You know what
Yeah.
I
Talking
mean?
about Hitchens,
Sure.
man. Hitchens is up this weekend right
Right.
here.
Right. I want to see him do it, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, we went in there, we handled it like men, and he came out victorious. You know what I'm saying? I don't make no excuses, but I don't recognize that fighter that I was back then. You know what I mean? But he was the better man that night. So I feel like once I get that, but it don't make no sense for him to fight me now. Where he got bigger agenda, you know what I'm saying? He got a bigger agenda ahead
Oh,
of him.
but he is talking a move to welterweight as well.
I
He
know,
said,
so that's why I got to scrape Rolly right now.
yeah. So
Ooh.
it happened. Y'all can run
Right
that back
now.
at 47. You feel me?
Right, and yeah,
You
then
got
it'll
to
be a
come
different
through
fight.
and regardless.
That's gonna be a
Yeah.
different fight. Believe that. You know what I'm
No.
saying?
No. 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 No.
So how's
Definitely,
man? How's
man.
camp going, man? How's camp going, man? How many weeks you been in camp for this one already?
Man, I've been at least almost 2 months already. It's been crazy. You
8 weeks.
know,
Okay.
we
Yeah,
locked in.
we spoke about 3 months ago, and you told us at the end of that, like, just we got some cooking, and it's
Mm-hmm.
about to drop soon. I'll let you know as soon as it's down packed. And sure enough, we in motion. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
was trying to get a fight one like a tune-up fight before this being out. Every not be naive to not think ring rust ain't real. So I was trying to get a tune-up fight, but the way it kept working out, it kept being you know what I'm saying, they kept pushing the date back, and then it came too close to interfering with being ready to get ready for that fight. And this Dakota Linga fight is too important right now. You know what I'm saying? So I said, you know
Yeah.
what? At the end of the day, man, I done been in worse situations with way less time, man. You know.
it's one of this. Well, where
Correct.
this one's going down at? It's Rumble in the
It's
River,
in
right?
huh?
Rumble in the River is called.
Yeah, that's like that's my own town pretty much, man. That's where I live at, man. So it's a homecoming for me. We're gonna have a sold out crowd. It's about to be lit at the convention center, man.
Yeah.
That's
Nice,
what's up.
nice.
So those homecomings. We
Yeah.
seen Regis Prograis in New Orleans. He didn't look too good. We seen Jared Anderson when he fought on Martin. He won. He didn't look too good. Is there any pressure for this? Because you're gonna have the crowd behind you. You're gonna have family, friends. What's the mindset going
That
into
hard
that
hitting
fight?
promo, baby. Shout out to Manny.
Right. My mindset going into is I'm getting ready for a world title fight because if I don't win this fight, that world title fight is shot. You feel what I'm saying? So
Uh-huh.
I'm training like a world title, like I'm getting ready to fight for a world title, man. Whether Dakota got the skills or not, I know
Yeah.
he coming to spoil all
Yes,
plans.
he is. We know Dakota gonna
Definitely.
come. We know that for sure. And there. So how we looking with weight so far? You just on par? You how we
Yeah.
looking?
I got like 7, 8 pounds. We
Oh,
stay right around there. You know what I'm saying? So ain't nothing crazy. You know what I mean? But
okay.
I'm ready to rock, man.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So also, Tresean, this is another question I wanted to ask you the last time. If there was ever a time where you wasn't having a good camp, is that something you would express to say, yo, listen, man, this camping hasn't been my best. It's so, but we still gotta go in there and take care of business.
My fight with Hitchens, man, my brother was just murdered. I was trying to
Yes.
tell Floyd, trying to get out of it, and Floyd was like pressing the issue of he was like on some type of like because our fight was like if it was a make or break the card type of deal, you know what I'm saying? So if my fight fall through, it cancels. You know what I'm saying? The car got to. So long story short, Floyd was putting all type of unnecessary pressure on me. You know what I mean? And I had to go through with it, man. So physically, I had to leave camp to go deal with the family issue at home. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm like, I had to turn it to where like, yo, my brother would want me to do this, but in all reality, my mental was not there. So training
Yeah.
camp wasn't holding up for me. You know what I'm saying? It was slacking. It was just like at one point when it was drowning me out, man. I ain't gonna lie, it was burning me out for real. But like I said, no excuses, man. He was the better man. But yeah, I would express it. You know what I'm saying? When it ain't going right, it ain't going right.
Copy.
And I appreciate that, man. And
That's what's up. That's what's
that's
up.
what a lot of fans don't see, right? We just think every fighter has a great training camp and their life is perfect and they just it's
Mm-hmm.
tough because when I'm at work, I was just speaking with X earlier today, stuff us men go through, the daily grind. Sometimes, we down on ourselves and it's like, I'm not into it today, but we gotta go to work and perform. Same thing, no excuses.
Right.
And the same thing, like you said, Tresean, no excuses, and I respect that. You still got to go in that ring and perform.
Tough, son.
Definitely.
It's
Definitely.
mental health month.
Like
Mental
I
health
was
month
just
for the
telling,
fellas, man.
I was just telling my like you figure my son when he was there, like they came to visit me. My wife bring him up to visit me sometime. Like he was here, up here in diapers, and now he's potty trained already, son. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like the
Mm.
stuff that I'm missing out on, right? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
It's tough, man.
okay,
It's tough. It's
yeah,
tough.
and
Mental health, you
that's
gotta
tough
stay
too. Those
strong.
sacrifices.
Boxing, in boxing, this is where it's at right here, man. More than the
Right.
physical storm that comes through, and you in there getting it on 12-round fights, man. Like
Right.
the mental.
Mm-hmm.
So I know I didn't even know there was a such thing as a fucking mental health month for the fellas. But yeah,
Ironically,
along with
it
Father's
fall on the
Day,
month of
along
Father's
with
Day,
Father's
huh?
Day, yeah, we
Exactly.
gotta
Right.
chop it up and we gotta let that pain out. And you put that pain in the gym, Trigger, and you're gonna put that pain in on June 21st. It's sad that Dakota's gonna get the pain.
You
Dakota's gonna get
heard?
the pain.
Hey,
But
listen,
Here comes the
it's
pain.
boxing, baby.
it's all part of the game, man. Yeah, it be all right.
He be
Yeah,
all right.
man.
Niggas
No,
get beat
no,
up
no.
every day, B. You know what I'm saying?
I'm locked in.
Uh,
I'm not. That's why I still made the decision to come to camp and train out here. You know what I'm saying? Because I had the option to actually train back home, where they could have came down there, but I didn't want. I didn't need the unnecessary distractions. Not necessarily my
Where you
family.
training at? Where you training at, Trigger?
I'm still in York, PA.
Okay,
okay.
okay, okay,
You know what
okay.
I'm saying? Like I could have. That's why I usually come to camp. So I wanted to stay out here. You know what I'm saying? Don't change nothing up. Stick to what we doing, man. How we been doing it. I ain't lost in 5 years, man. Plus, like you know what I'm saying. And I want to keep it that way.
Let's
That's
get it.
what's up.
Let's get it.
Word,
That's what it
So,
is, baby. That's what it is.
word.
Trey,
so, so,
let me ask you. You can hear me?
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
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 So I was breaking up. My screen is breaking up over here. Trey, let me ask you, man. We got some big matchups also that's just been announced, and of course, it's been talks about it for quite some time. I know you're a fight fan as well, so I gotta ask you. You got Canelo and Crawford. It's officially going down September. Crawford doesn't look that much small after watching that face-off. Finally, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like,
Yeah. I mean, without watching the face off, so I was gonna go for Crawford anyway because Canelo been looking like he been slowing down lately, man. To be boxing for who have all that many fights, man, it's a lot on the body, son. Whether you like it or not, it's a lot on the body. And Crawford is like just in his peak prime right now, man. You feel what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a hell of a fight, but Crawford, I mean, granted, I think that he had an ego getting away about not putting a cap on the weight. That was stupid. I don't care how good you think you are. He literally fought LA heavyweight before. So why would you not put a cap on it? You know what I'm saying? But that's that. I want to prove a point. That's stupid. That's an ego trip, son. For what, man? This is business at the end of the day. He should have he should have put the cap on him, and that way, so because Canelo's gonna go in there big, and he's gonna go in there strong.
Yeah.
And he know how to cut the ring off. I don't know why that Cuban had no other objective but to run. That was his game plan from the jump.
Yeah,
So that's
from the
why
jump.
he couldn't stop him. But Crawford is going to be a little bit more easier to cut off because Canelo got good footwork. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's not like he don't. And I mean that might cause a problem for Canelo. I mean for Crawford later on. But I think that ideally Crawford is going to beat him.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be the mega fight. So also, speaking of PA, right? You say you out in PA.
Right.
Last Saturday over in Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia to be exact, you had Philadelphia fighter Nahir Albright. He beat the older brother of Keyshawn Davis,
Kelvin.
Kelvin. So after the fight, I know you saw it after the fight. They said that Keyshawn and Keon, the younger brother, they didn't punch him and kick him, but they kind of pressed him, headbutted him. What was your thoughts on that behavior, that part of it, Trigger? Because you're a fighter, so we know emotions get high. So what was your thoughts on that whole situation?
That's that hometown undefeated fighter embarrassment, you know what I'm saying, that they couldn't handle it. You know what I'm saying? When a fighter take their first L, well, shout out to Kelvin because Kelvin wasn't the one really mad about it. He held it down like a man. I respect it. It's the brothers who the emotional outside of
held it down. You're right.
and they didn't like the way the outcome came. They should not have never done that, man. And I honestly think that the furthest extent of punishment should have been happened to them because that's not acceptable, bro. That's
not at all.
Then at the end of the day, they came in there. He came into hostile territory and did what he was supposed to do. You gotta respect that, man. Take it on the chin.
Wow.
Get your lick back, bro. Get your lick back. You know what I'm saying? You don't do shit like that. That was whack, man. They double dunk the other day, son. Whack as
Yeah. And it's just a sport, right, Tresean, that boxing constantly get black eyes, whether it be a robbery, whether it be bad judging or bad reffing. There's always something in boxing that you like, damn, bro. And this was another one, right? And it's a sport where we trying to get back to the top. You remember in the 90s, early 2000s, boxing was boxing. And boxing is still popping. Don't get me wrong, but I think boxing could be even bigger here in the States and all over the world, man. But this kind of behavior we can't have. I just hope that they learn their lessons as professionals, because that's what they are. They're professionals, and you must conduct yourself like that. No matter, where we all come from the bottom, bro. We all come from the dirt. But shit, let me start making that kind of money. I'm like, yo, we ain't beating nobody.
Exactly.
It was the riot after that. You know what I'm saying? When you got your goal, you have to run back. Like you lost your cool into what was going on so much that you just realized that you had to run back and go get your baby, son. That's so. I like, bro. I'm not getting into no altercations. I don't give a damn what's going on if I got my children with me, son. You call me anything you want in the book, son. I'm not getting out of hand with my children there and put their safety in risk, bro. That's and your baby's in a stroller. That was so irresponsible. That was whack as hell.
Yeah, he bugged out.
Yeah. No, definitely. And
putting the kids in danger was really the wackest
part of
it.
Yeah. And what was your thoughts on him not making weight? Do you feel that was done purposely? Because he came in 4 pounds over.
That's a lot of that 4 pounds is nice. He knew the thing about it is that they could have done something about it well ahead of time to where that we know we're not gonna make this weight. They could have worked something out ahead of time. You wait till that till they thought they were gonna make that and then didn't do it. But that's still a lot of weight to not, you know what I'm saying, to not try to make, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that and then you just had a good performance at that weight class. So it's not like you looked as sucked up and drink. Bro, we make weight, bro. It's we all have to go through that shit. That's just irresponsible, son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no
He
way.
dropped the ball all across the board. All
Yeah,
across
like
the
y'all
board.
took L's all around the board.
Word. That
Crazy,
shit
man. They gotta tighten.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, definitely. But
I
we
bet on
did.
Auburn though. I knew Auburn was gonna beat Kelvin. I just don't think nothing of
Oh,
it.
yeah. All right. I mean, he fought Keyshawn tough too. Remember, he's the fighter that got
Yeah.
switched to a no contest because
Yeah.
Keyshawn tested positive
For
for
the
the
bud.
marijuana.
Yeah.
You know, but we did have a main event. We
Mm-hmm.
had young Abdullah Mason,
Mm-hmm.
and he took care of business, man. What's your thoughts on Abdullah Mason,
Oh, he's
Tresean?
hard open. He's a once in a lifetime talent, bro. He's real
Yeah.
good. And I'm saying I'm all for like when I, you know what I'm saying, I'm all for giving props when props due, man. That kid is something special. And my son used to, we got the podcast, so we always go out. And I know that he was high on him, but I wasn't because I'm like, bro, I know what it's like to fighting them. Like, let me see something when they're building him up. He ain't really been tested yet. But that day when he got dropped and then he got dropped the dude and he got dropped again and then he went into the fire even more, I'm like, yo, yeah, that kid different, son. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Only two
We
things
we needed to see that about him that day,
but you
man.
gonna stand,
I'm
you gonna
glad
touch
that we
the you
seen
go on
that.
your ground. And he held his ground, son. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, he got everything. And he humble. He humble, son.
Yeah.
But everything else, that's just the icing on the cake, son.
Yeah.
No,
That
is
Yeah.
was, that
He's a
was
there?
problem.
that was another thing. Keyshawn started trying to bully him and talk crazy to him, talking about let's fight next.
Hey,
Let's
you
start.
not even fighting nobody. Nigga.
Yeah,
Come on, son. I
yeah.
like Keyshawn is a real talent too, but it's like, bro, listen, you gotta, don't get caught up in the fame and the hype, son, because that shit could go away in no time, son. That
Mhm.
shit go away, bro. You know what I mean? Look at AB was at the top of boxing, like the pinnacle of boxing, and now
Yeah.
it's like he barely holding on. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Not
man.
Right.
not the cash stones at AB. Shout out to him, son. But it's like that's
No,
the prime example, bro. When you get sucked up into all this shit because you're superstar. You know what I mean? You gotta act the same way as you was you was hungry the whole way. That's one thing about Floyd. Floyd cocky, but he stayed hungry in the gym, son. Like he stayed disciplined. That's the difference, bro. They want to act like they want to act with the superstardom without acting like the professional. You know what I'm saying? You can't do one without the other, bro.
facts, and that's a great point regarding Floyd. A lot of people they even said it when he would go clubbing. Weren't he didn't drink, and after the club he'll go train 3 o'clock in the morning, and people were
He
like,
Mhm.
go run.
"What?
He go
Nah,
run home from the club.
Mhm.
yeah."
Go run
So
home
that
from the
just
club.
that just tells you that the dedication
I
he
said
had to the sport, and
he
you gotta
understood,
respect
bro.
it.
Yeah, he
And
understood.
AB, the thing with AB, man, like you said, Trey Sean, man. I mean, you're talking about someone that could have been the face of boxing. It was
Definitely.
Broner, but he wanted to be a rapper, a gangster, and a boxer. That's
Can't
not gonna work, bro.
can't do
Th- th-
all
th-
the way
You
above, bro.
can't do all three, man.
Nah,
And it caught up to him in the party lifestyle, like you said, and the drinking. And it can't, bro. What you do outside the ring is gonna end up show up
show
inside of the
up,
ring.
bro. It show up, son. It show up. That's why you all. That's one thing about it. Man. You show up, man. There's nothing. One thing about boxing, man. That's like a lie detector test in there, man. You know what I'm saying? You could say you all in tip top shape, but as soon as you get in there, that's going to determine if that was a lie or not.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Right?
That's another reason you gotta. It's a thing about keeping the people around you solid. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sure, there's no reason
you
why
know what
these
I mean?
people allow you to be acting all
Yeah.
belligerent.
Yeah.
So I'm not even hanging
Yeah.
out. I don't even go out no more. So, but I'm not hanging out with a nigga that'll jeopardize what I got going on. So,
Exactly.
or even in like they know not to even call me out my. If I'm at home with my family, don't call me out to no altercation. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, we out and something pop off. I'm gonna be. I'm not. I'm. You know what I'm saying, I'm riding with my people. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
you gonna call me to an altercation knowing I'm home with my kids? I got all this going on. You don't give a damn about me anyway. Man.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Exactly.
No, and you're right. You got to be cautious, man, because you in a good position. First of all, you're a family man. You got kids that need you. And you know, I know you and your son, man, y'all have a phenomenal relationship. Like y'all even got a podcast. So you know that's that extra connection because y'all going back and forth. And like you say y'all always like in competition with each other, you and your son. And I think that's a great thing, man. That's something that he's always even when he get older, like, yo, damn, my pops, bro, yo, dad, man, I appreciate you so much, man. And that it's a beautiful thing to hear as a
Family
father, man.
first,
So
man. Family
you
first.
keep doing what you doing, bro, because it's nothing out there, man. It's just negativity out there.
I already know, son.
Accurate.
I already know.
Yeah, man. So but
So Trey, hold on.
yeah.
Oh, my fault. Yeah.
No, no.
So being that you get into a fight next weekend, you fought Hitchens. I know you said you want Hitchens to win, but who's some of your give me your top 5 fighters to watch right now that you think that got something
Crawford,
special or whatever.
I'm a big fan of Crawford. I like Crawford, Abdullah Mason, Keyshawn without the session of that crazy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know, that's pretty much it, bro. I just those three, bro, man. Keyshawn,
Okay.
Mason, and Crawford. Those are the ones. I
Tough.
mean, don't get me wrong. Rolly looked good his last fight, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna.
Rolly.
He looked alright, man. I mean,
Looks
that's
solid.
not gonna be enough to be me, son, but he looked good. So he looked good. I respect it. You can
Yeah.
tell he was actually working on his craft. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He
that's
look a
what's up.
lot more solid also at
Right,
47
right,
now.
right.
Yeah.
But other than that, those are my three, man. Three guys that I'm not really too big on boots neither. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
fights I'm like initially want eventually. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, see.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Whole situation. They keep getting offered to fight, and Boots keeps denying that they'll female fight.
Oh, well, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm glad you brought him up. T.O. too, man. T.O. looked good his last fight, man. He saved that show. That show they
Yeah.
did, man. I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was.
Shit was garbage. You know what it was? This shit was
Right.
garbage though.
Circus
Yeah, it
act.
Fuck
was
that shit was.
Kaka-doodle.
And they probably
Listen,
Shit.
paid, they probably paid crazy money to make that happen for that shit.
absolutely.
Exactly.
Times Square, man.
That's crazy. Right.
Yeah.
T.O.
And it's
look good,
funny
man. T.O.
because
got a lot of game left in him, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, definitely, man, definitely. So, how's the diet been for training camp? What we eating, man? How's it been?
And the worst part about it, my where I'm at is like right next to this restaurant called Rice and Beans. It's a Dominican spot. It's killing me, son.
Ah,
Like, I'm trying to stick, you know what I'm saying? I get the big chicken from there, I'm trying to get the vegetables. I'm trying to mix it up a little bit, but you know what I mean? But that is hard there because, I see the penny right there, that.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's been rough, son. It's been rough, but, now it's time to really cut down, you know what I'm saying, and focus on what's going on. So it's gonna be it's gonna be a rough week for me coming up.
No, I know that must be tough for you guys, man. I can't even begin to imagine that being in that position where I even heard in instances where there's fighters like a day before the fight, they just eating like ice.
Ice chips, yeah. That
Spitting in a cup. Spitting in a cup.
that that's the day of the fight of the weigh-in. I mean, where what I'm saying, we want to eat just to make sure we ain't putting on the waterway because we go from drinking a gallon a day, try to get a gallon in a day while we training. But at the week before the fight, you cut down that whole gallon to like a half a gallon a week. You know what I'm saying? So you want to start drinking in smaller portions and stuff like that. And then the day of the weigh-in, you want to just pretty much and take the least amount of water as possible. You know what I mean? So that way they ain't putting on too much because the water weight be the one that kill you at the end. Those last 2-3 pounds be the hardest.
Yeah, that's what they always say. The last 2-3 pounds, man.
Yeah, but Keyshawn had 4. Like I said, you ain't even trying.
That nigga ain't even put an attempt in. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
He
Like,
said, we're not doing the last 2 or 3 pounds this
I done
time.
had to lose like 4 pounds, 4 or 5 pounds the day before weigh. I mean the day of the weigh before. So I know I know how tough it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, but
So what
But
would you do?
can a fighter lose 4 pounds like that in 2 hours that they give you? The commission gives you.
4 pounds? Yeah, man. I lose 4 pounds just running 4 miles on the treadmill.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying? It's just my little fat, so I put it back on.
Yeah, you won't eat that rice and beans.
Right.
Nah. We respect it, man. But yeah, man. So besides, so when you're not training in training camp, right? Whenever you're not training, what is it? Besides calling the wife and the kids, how else you spending your spare
You
time?
watching the NBA finals, man? You watching this NBA
I'm not
finals?
big into the basketball thing, bro.
Yeah, me neither.
You know what I'm saying? I've been trying, I don't believe it or not, man. I've been trying to read into my Bible a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying?
Beautiful.
You know what I mean?
Hey.
Not every day. I'm not gonna say it like I'm doing every day. You know what I'm saying? But here and there,
Yeah.
just and I binge watch my shows when I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? Any little thing that I can keep my mind occupied.
Okay, what you watching? What you
What
watching, man?
shows you
I
rocking
watch.
with?
I just finished that Tulsa King. You know that Tulsa King?
Oh yes, that Sly Stallone shit. Yeah, they about
Yeah.
to have the spin-off shit with my son Samuel L.
Oh
Called the
yeah.
Nola King. Yeah. Quiet
Oh,
as kept. I was just
nice.
on the phone with Sam last night. Real rap.
Yo,
You know
Uno,
what I'm
you
saying?
watch
Yeah.
every show. Uno,
Yeah,
every
nigga,
show
I
I
got
ever heard of
shows on
Uno,
deck.
what?
I got shows on deck. Mobland, Man, Kingstown. You know what I'm saying? I could give
Oh,
you a
I like.
list, my guy.
You ever see that Yellowstone?
Yeah, Yellowstone, nigga.
It's fire, bro. I didn't think I was gonna
Yeah,
like it. It's tough.
yeah. Landman with my son Billy Bob.
Billy
That's
Bob, Landman in
yeah,
there.
son.
Billy
Yeah,
Bob and
no guys.
Landman.
Yeah, that's
No guys. That's what's up though.
word.
No, that's good, man. That's good to know, man. But listen, man, Tresean, man, we really appreciate your time, my brother.
Always,
Most
Thanks for
deaf.
rocking out, man. I know you in camp. Team Four Corners. We team Trigger Trey.
my
All
man.
day.
Listen, man, whoop his ass next
Trigger
Saturday,
For
Trey,
man.
real
That's
word,
what
though.
we
four
need to
corners.
see.
For real though, man.
You know
Listen,
I'm
man.
with it, man.
Listen, man. I feel like it's gonna be a hook to the body and the uppercut. That
Hey,
Body work,
combination.
yes.
hey,
Body
Yeah. That
work.
nigga going. Yeah, that shit gonna happen real
hey.
quick. He gonna be coming head hunting and all that shit. You know how he come forward. Take
Uh-huh.
that shot to the ribs and take that all you can, nigga. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? Fuck you talking about? Yeah. Knock that. Yeah. You know what we doing? You feel me?
I'm on it,
No,
Jack.
man.
I don't even know it.
But yeah,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Trigger, listen, man. We look forward. We'll definitely have you on again, my brother.
And we look
Have a
forward to
great
chopping it
evening.
up after the victory, man.
Yes, sir,
Yes,
man.
sir.
The
We locked
following
in, man.
Wednesday, after that Saturday, the 21st, we back on Four Corners, 15 rounds of boxing. Trigger Trey, letting us
Yeah.
know how that fight went down, man. And was
Letting
it MVP
Rolly
or was
know.
it not?
Letting Rolly know you next,
And
nigga.
let
You
Rolly
heard?
know
Yeah.
what's
You know what
up.
I'm saying?
Oh, you know it, yeah. Listen,
You know
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
talking about?
I ain't wasting no time, son.
No time. We
Oh,
ain't got
sir.
time to waste straight to itism. You heard?
Oh, that part.
All right,
That
man.
part. All right, my bro. Be
I
easy.
Trigger Trey. Thank you, my brother. Have a
Appreciate
good
you,
You
one.
Trey.
already.
Always, man. Anytime, every time, brother.
All right, my
All
Yeah.
guy.
Hit Promotions, Trey, Sean Wiggins, Trigger Trey, baby. Live
Oh,
on
tell
Four
them where to follow
Corners.
you at before you get off.
Oh,
Tell them.
yeah,
Tell them.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Instagram at the real trigger. That's DAREAL trigger TRIGGER, man. And
Yeah.
I got my ex is the only one trigger. You know what I mean? And that's it, man. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
Gangster.
We
it.
tapping in with all that. And follow the podcast with him and his son, man. You heard?
Right,
Yes,
So I
sir.
go to Trigger Response, man. We've been down for since I had my little house situation, but
Yeah.
we have it back up and running soon. You know what I mean? When the crib
Yes,
gets
sir.
built.
Yeah, we need to do a collab episode, trigger
Oh,
response with the
no,
four corners. One, you know what I'm saying? Let's get it shaking.
y'all ain't gonna want him to stop, man. After that, so
Ah,
no doubt.
shout to your son, man. Yo, happy Father's
God
Day
bless the
also.
family,
Happy
man.
Oh,
Father's
yeah,
Day.
man. Happy
Yeah.
early Father's Day, Tresean.
Yeah.
Happy early
Yes.
Father's Day, my brother.
Word. Thank
Blessings. You already
Yes,
know.
sir.
All right.
All right, brother.
Trey Wiggs, man, a family man, a fighter, a man, a guy, a man that's just on his mission right now. You feel me? To get where he's going, man, in the sport of boxing, just like us at Four Corners.
Great energy too,
Mission.
man.
He
Yeah,
look like
shout
the
to,
heavyweight champ. Heavyweight champ is in there.
That's not the champ. This must be an imposter.
is
Oh,
that the comp?
Who has the?
oh, you didn't
Oh,
know?
You
it's
speak,
the red light
who?
special.
Your
Is
ass
that,
better
is,
call
Oh,
is that
somebody.
Mr.
You just
Fear
come out
for
the dark
himself?
like
you feel me? My son came out the
Hey,
dark. You
Straight
know
out
what
of
I'm
City
saying?
Field.
Yeah, what we talking about? What we talking
Listen, man,
about, man?
I'm in City Field, but I always represent the BX all
Yeah, I
day,
see the
man.
Yankee. Yeah, big BX. Big BX. Yo, we
Man,
was in BK. They was upset I said that shit. They was mad because X won the push-up contest for them niggas
that's
real
why
quick.
I met,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
met a lot of homies out here that was rocking with me. They on that forget Bump Soto, you know what I mean? Bump Soto out here. Can't play right field to save his, can't play outfield to save his life, but it's all right. Y'all enjoy that 750 million y'all gave him for the next 75,000 years.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Brother Mo is in the building, baby. From
Come on, man.
Brooklyn to the Bronx to
You
Queens, Four
heard?
Corners is all over this
You
shit.
heard?
Yeah, man. I was trying to get on earlier. I seen y'all in there cooking, chopping it up with Trey,
Trigger. Yeah,
with the
Yeah,
yeah,
trigger,
Trigger.
the
Sean.
trigger man himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
good dude, good dude.
Yeah. Shout the Trigger Trey again, man. Cool ass dude, humble man. He just a fighter that you just love to root for, man. And he gonna get busy. Like we said, man. We know Dakota lingers tough, but if he
Yeah,
just uses like you said, like you were saying, if he uses his tools correctly,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
You don't you not, then he'll be all right.
He
Yeah, let's go
fighting
But
through the
Dakota
chat real
next.
quick. Go through the
He
yeah,
fighting
chat.
Dakota next. Yeah,
fighting
Yeah.
he got
Dakota
he,
next.
yeah, Dakota's not as easy as people think he is.
Oh no, he's not easy at all. Pause.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Monty. The
but
last time
that's
he lost, Monty beat him, and we was in there. That was the
Yeah,
Balanga Quigley.
yeah.
Balanga Quigley call.
Monty cooked him.
Monty. Well,
yeah.
speaking of Monty, what's up with him? We gotta see
Uh,
what he is.
yo, shut.
I wonder if he's still with Matchroom.
Yo, let's go through the chat real quick.
All
Shout
right,
out Duck
chat.
Zone Clarence, Sister Jen. What up? Happy
Yes,
early D
sir.
Day. You know that.
Oh,
I,
happy birthday.
yeah, Ajo
Yeah,
San. What's up, man? What up,
Happy
AJ
birthday.
Joseph? I don't know if I'm saying it right. My bad. Yo, Buzz. What up, Buzz? Team
Buzz,
Woo in
what
the
up?
Joker,
house.
that's the Joker. AJ
Hey,
Smith.
yo.
That's the Joker from PA
Okay.
on the joint.
Yo, Joker. What
Oh,
up,
what's
boy?
up?
What up, boy? Yo, Buzz, you know it's about the pace of the sip. You know what I mean?
Yo, Buzz
Yawa.
is a funny ninja. Buzz, Ron is in here. Nigga, throw it up,
Yo,
Ron and Yawa.
Wrong.
Yeah. Oh,
Buzz a
yeah,
funny
Gangs
Yeah.
of
ninja.
London. Yeah,
Clarence
Young
is
yeah.
one.
back. Clarence been
Young
all
Uh-huh.
over the
one.
city lately too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shout to brother
yeah.
Clarence.
Yeah, Clarence, my brother, you know, he always working, man. Shout
No
the
duck zone.
um
My
Uno,
son was
what was
in there
them
with the
joints? Yeah, what
he
was
was in
them
there.
joints?
Yeah, he was in there with the motherfucking what's the joints he had on?
He had on some joints,
He had
kid.
the shades on. What type of
Yeah,
shades?
Clarence is Clarence had some
Nah,
fire shades on
he had
today.
the Gavellas or some shit like that. He had some fire shades on in there with
yeah,
know what I mean? You know
yeah.
what I mean? Yeah.
So listen, man. We know we again we got a championship fight Saturday. Let's get to it. Let's get right to it.
Yeah.
Richard Hitchens making his first defense of his IBF title against Cambosos. You know, I
That's
don't
your
like
favorite
him.
fighter, bro. That's your favorite fighter.
Yeah. At this point, Maniac, yeah. At this point, he's in the stable, man. He's in the
Yo,
stable. You know what
so
I mean?
He's the porter at Area 51.
Ah.
He's the porter at Area 51. And he don't be cleaning up properly. That's why Maniac don't like him so much. You know?
Yo, X, you hilarious, man. That's a good one. He a porter. And
About to
next
put
one, I'm
that
gonna
nigga at
find
the
an
guard booth.
electrician. I'm gonna find everybody. But
That nigga gonna be the nigga to lift the gate for niggas.
yeah.
Niggas your HVAC specialist, yeah.
So
Nah, shout
we
to
know
Cambosos.
one thing Cambosa struggles with is pure boxers. We seen it with Haney. We seen it with Maxi. I'm not gonna even bring up Lomachenko because Lomachenko went for the gusto. And now he's fighting Richard Hitchens. Hitchens, you know, he's a fighter where he's more boxer than anything. Once in the blue, he might kind of put his foot on the gas, but he kind of want to play it safe, with the exception of the Lemos fight, where Lemos forced him to fight that kind of fight. but he did show heart. He did show grit. My question.
Remember, he cooked Bausa. He cooked Bausa at the Garden too. Remember that?
Yeah. Bausa, the Puerto Rican guy.
Yeah, he cooked him.
If Kambosos, my question, can Kambosos turn the fight on Saturday into a Lemos kind of fight where he's gonna force Richard Hitchens to fight and fight on his back foot?
It's the only way he'll have a chance. Only way he has a chance is doing that. And the thing, you know, and as much as we talk out shit about you and X's favorite fighter, yo, one thing we know about Kambosos, he's gritty. He gonna be there to fight. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be there to fight. He'll be there either to get beat up or he'll be there to do some beating up. Pause. You know what I'm saying? But he'll be there. You ain't gonna have to find this nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I think he knows going into this. It's kind of when he has to fight Richard Hitchens similar to the way he fought Theo. Similar to that. You know what I'm saying?
That's how Kambosos wins fights. You stand there and try to thug it out with him. He's a little thug, bro.
Yeah, and that's when he starts getting that confidence and he starts walking forward. And he can't fight off his back foot for shit. But if he's coming forward,
he can't catch you if you're moving.
Yeah, he can't. But if you ready to stand in the phone booth or you in range, you give him some confidence, he gonna let his hands go. He gonna let his hands go. And he doesn't have pop like Paulie. You know what I'm saying? He has a little bit, you know, it's not no Tank Davis shit, but it's like, you know, from 1 to 10, it's like a 5.7.
Who got more pop in this fight though? Who got more pop in this fight?
Hitchens.
Because Hitchens ain't no knockout artist neither.
No, you know why?
It's only because he doesn't. It's only because I think my fault. It's only because, like Maniac said, he chooses. I think it's more of a choice not to. Like if he sat down on them punches more, like raw strength,
knockout though. He's
raw strength, Africa. Come on, man, raw strength. You know what I'm saying? He kind of fights. My fault, Mo. Before I pass it off, he kind of fights almost in an Olympic style manner, like to score.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He was talking about the jab today in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
They were like, yo, can you teach the young kids that were there today? He was teaching them and telling them about the jab. And he said some good shit. He was like, yo, the number one shot in boxing is that jab. If you ain't got no jab, I don't care if you got power. I don't care if you got this, if you got that. You can't power and all that doesn't do nothing if you can't set it up off your jab. Whether it's to the body, whether it's to the head, whatever. And that's what they say about Hitch. He said that's exactly what they be saying about me. He ain't doing nothing but a jab. And he's like, yeah. And it's sad that people say that like it's a bad thing. That means I'm beating fighters with just a jab. You feel me? That's how black they are.
Yeah, and it's the most important. It's the most important punch in boxing, right? Everything starts and ends with a jab. Once you can establish a jab, just look at every fighter that has a good jab, whether is it past or present. Niggas nice. Look at Paulie with no pop. He was able to win world titles and be competitive in some fights because he got cooked with a jab.
With a jab. With a jab. And some flurries. A jab and some flurries, man.
And some flurries.
A jab and some flurries, man. Know how to steal around type nigga. Shout
like
to Paulie, man.
Like your 4-year-old just punching you in the stomach. You like, all right, whatever.
That was Floyd. That was Floyd. Floyd got the stab jab. You put it in your gut. Boom.
Yeah, see, that's different. That's a whole nother.
Pause. Hey, yo, X. Chill.
It's because bro was getting his nutrition on right now. So it's like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, but Richard.
Don't co-sign that, Uno.
No, I did not co-sign the statement. I just simply tried to describe the mind state that might have caused.
Listen, don't be coming over here trying to use your TI grammatical metaphors and trying to change the wording.
Don't try to be tumultuous in the situation, my brother. There's no need for catastrophic conversation. Let's keep this all copacetic, baby. You know what I mean?
So pretty much in a nutshell, if Hitchens, as long as Hitchens just uses his jab and his footwork, he should cruise to a unanimous decision. Are we in agreement with that?
I don't want him cruising to nothing though, because he said he gonna stop him.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Listen,
And you know what we do at four
I can
corners?
see that happening. I definitely can. And
Me
it's not
too.
going to be in the sense of, I think he's going to do, if he sticks to the game plan, sticks with the jab, change the angles, and just calculate precise shots,
Break him
he's
down.
going to get Cambosa. He's
That's
going to
what
get
he was saying.
Cambosa frustrated. Because remember, when Cambosa fought Haney, and Haney was just using basic boxing. Jack, what was he doing? Getting flustered. You got to remember, you guys said it earlier. He doesn't fight good off the back foot. He's not a good back foot fighter. Number two, when you a fighter that has a good jab and you have reach like Haney and Richardson, who has the upper hand on him, every time they throw that jab, you got to make it pop. What happens? He gotta keep resetting. He got to keep resetting, keep resetting. He gets frustrated, and what he does, he throws lunges. He tried to do it with Devin Haney. He tried to take crazy hook shots, lunges, and if he does that with Africa, he's going to get caught with some good counter shots. And it's not the shot that you see come. It's not the shot that you know that's coming. It's the one that catches you off guard. That you be like, oh, he's going to get caught off balance, and I guarantee you, he's going to get a knockdown like that.
I don't think he's gonna stop him.
Cambosa
as like a knockout. I think he's gonna
Square Garden, y'all.
Listen,
talk, nigga. Where's the Australian flag, man? Where's the Australian flag? Where's the kangaroos? What we doing, man?
Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if Henderson do what he say and stop him. I'm just saying.
TKO.
Don't be surprised.
I don't think he's gonna knock him out. I don't think.
I don't think it's gonna be a knockout. I think it's gonna be due to the corner. I think the ref is gonna be like, "Yo."
Corner? Oh,
I think his father's gonna probably end up getting to him and be like, "Yo, my son won't take no more."
They don't go out like that. I don't think. I think the ref gonna have to stop it. The ref gonna have to stop it.
Grandpa holla, what it do?
It's gonna be a stoppage, whether it's dad or it's the ref.
TKO.
I got 90% more to the ref stopping than his father. Because you make a good point. They got that Roman Empire pride, and they'd rather go out on their shield and get carried off. So the refs would stop it.
Johnny, good boy.
Yeah, I got Henderson winning late rounds. I would say probably about 9. I say 9, possibly
That's
10. You'll get the stoppage.
Yo, let me tell y'all something.
Tell us what Cambosa's gonna do.
No. Forget about what Cambosa's gonna do. Saturday night, it's gonna be big. 4 corners. We gonna be right there, front and center. You hear? We got a big surprise for everybody Saturday night. Those that are watching at home,
we good. Listen,
be in the building.
It'll be us four, and like 30 more people. No, I'm just kidding.
You'll see. We got a big surprise. You'll see. Y'all see.
Nah. So also, we have on that card the return of Andy Cruz, Olympic gold medalist out of Cuba. He fights under Bozy, fights out of PA. They've been trying to install in him that Philly mentality, that Philly killer instinct. Now, Andy Cruz, you can see it in his fights. He's a very aggressive fighter. He comes forward. He's trying to get you out of there. You can kind of see he's starting, he's starting to learn the art, because I think if Bozy wasn't with him, he'll be a Lara, just jab, move. The typical, Cuban school of boxing kind of fighter.
He's learning how to stalk fighters now, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Good verbiage.
Correct. And he hasn't, from his first fight of his career, he's fought 10 rounders. So they didn't put him in the kiddie rides. You go to Great Adventure, you got Tiny Two-Land and the little caterpillar. You get in the caterpillar, it goes in circles, and you see your kid, you just wave to her. He ain't get there. They put him right on the Superman ride. They said,
nah, Superman's trash. He went straight to King the Cop.
Set it off.
You know what I mean? Yo, Paul. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yo, they shut down Great Adventure too, man. So make sure that y'all go over there and enjoy that shit. I heard
Oh yeah, it's over. It's over.
about
There's
to
no
be
more
over.
King the Cod. No, King the Cod. They shut it down. They took it down.
Johnny, my
Park is
brother.
still open.
What Great Adventures is shutting down?
Yeah, they shutting
No,
down.
no, not this one. Not this one. No, not the Jersey one.
Not the Jersey one?
No, they just took down King the Cod. The ride.
Okay.
I thought they
Yeah,
shut
I'm like,
Park down.
Nah,
yeah.
Jersey's good.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
Now I'm
So
gonna go.
listen,
I'm gonna go.
and Andy
Yo.
Cruz
What's
is
this, a sixth fight? This is his sixth fight. That's about his fifth, sixth fight. He only got like four or five fights. This is gonna
let
be
me
his
see.
sixth fight, and it's
think
an
it's seven.
IBF ranking fight as well. Being that they're chasing the new IBF champion who's been elevated to IBF champion
Muay.
Because Andy's also ranked in the WBA pretty high, but I don't see him getting a Tank Davis fight ever.
And, Andy Cruz 5-0, 2 NyQuil. So this will be his 6th professional fight.
And this is gonna put him in line, maybe, to fight Ray Morataya as one contender for the IBF title. Ray Morataya is the new champion now that Lomachenko has
retired.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lomachenko too.
So it's not one of these cards where it's a can't miss kind of card. But for us boxing fans, it's gonna be exciting because again, if Richard Hitchens wants to inch closer to that pound for pound list, if he wants to be one of those faces of boxing, he not only he has to win, gentlemen, but he has to win in spectacular fashion. Correct, right? You want to say look, Lomachenko's last fight again, his last career fight, as of right now, was against Lomachenko, and it was a domination. So if I'm Hitchens, I'm like, nah, I can't let this older dude. I'm gonna cook him too, and I'm gonna cook him in the better fashion. He put him in the air fryer. I'm tossing him in the oven.
And don't forget that Teofimo money is still out there.
Yes, yes.
Opponent. Can we? If Hitchens makes easy work of George Kambosos, can we get Teofimo and Hitch to unify? Put that on the card of Canelo Crawford. You heard?
Easy money, 4 corners matchmaking. But yo, let me talk to the fellas since in honor, because Loma's he was one of them ones, right? He's one of the Area 51 permanent residents. So I just asked the panel real quick. What was your favorite Loma fight?
Well, I like that.
That's a great question.
Legend Lomachenko.
And it's crazy too because it's not like he has a bunch of fights, right? You know what I'm saying? Like he came, as soon as he got in, it was straight to work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I think the Jorge Linares Madison Square Garden victory because he got dropped. That was the first time we seen him hit the deck.
You know what? Believe those he has so many, but this one is gonna be weird that I'm gonna tell you. But it really showed me that I said, nah, this guy is for real. His first loss against Orlando Salido. And this was his second professional fight. And if anybody remembers, Salido at that time in boxing, he was a pit bull on 2. Salido was a fighter you did not want to fight, bro.
Nope.
He was dangerous. He was tough. He was scary. So for
Lomo,
is, you heard?
Yeah,
Turf,
and he was
dirty,
bro. And Lomo was fighting good. Yo, he hit Lomo with 47 low blows. That's why Lomo can't have no kids. Nah, I'm just kidding.
I heard about that,
bro. He was killing his shit. He said, "You will not have no offspring."
Hey, pause. Hey,
he said he won't have no.
Bro.
He violated, and the referee he let it rock, and he never complained. He was just fighting, and he wobbled. He wobbled Salido late in that fight.
If that shit was 15 rounds, like 4 corners, he would have came back and beat that nigga.
Yeah, and I just think Also, on top of, you know, us giving you our favorite fights, I think one of his kryptonites was that he was a late starter. And in
Yeah,
some of his fights, especially the ones he lost, with the
yeah,
exception of the Haney fight, I think that he fought good from beginning to end.
Yeah, the
But
Haney
yeah,
even from beginning to end.
yeah.
he what you call that, in that Salido fight, in that
Boxing
Tio
sports, what
fight,
up, baby? Mixed
he
martial
kind of just
up.
he taking his time, and you couldn't do that. But man, regardless, man, shout to Lomo. He's probably the fighter that I probably seen with the best footwork, man, in
By
boxing.
far,
Like, bro, he was
that
a
nigga measuring
ballerina in
tape,
there.
his measuring tape.
Oh, his measuring
Yeah,
tape, bro,
you know what I
A1.
mean. Toolbox, extensive.
Oh,
Shout
he
to
had
Loma.
everything.
We appreciate your work put in, man. And shout to
X
Ukraine.
Linares. Mo, what was your favorite Lomachenko fight?
My favorite Lomachenko fight
If you have
that
one,
I
if
actually
you
got
have
to
one.
watch. This is when it was the end of an era. This is when I knew, because I rocked with my boy Heavy, and he definitely has a crazy resume. When I seen him fight Richard Comey in Madison Square Garden,
He
Mm,
was,
like
yeah, he
it
was stuck.
was
Stop the fight. Yeah,
it was
yeah,
bad, bro. Like he was talking
yeah,
to
it got
Comey's
ugly.
corner, like,
Like,
"This is
yo,
my
stop
friend.
it.
This is my
Yeah,
friend."
like,
No,
yo.
like,
Word.
stop it.
What are
Like
y'all doing here?
he was
What are y'all
beating
doing here,
he was
man?
beating him in circles, bro, and
He's
like
like,
watching him with the angle, because a lot of people forget. Like,
good.
go
I
do
remember
your
that.
research. Richard Comey fought the dogs. Know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
he
he
was
was
a
one of
dog at a
those
certain point in
dudes.
time.
Yeah,
He
he
was
was a
a dog
champion. And so, like, to
until he
watch
got changed.
Lomachenko dissect him the way he did, the footwork, the angles,
Castration.
the precision, like, I was like, nah, this dude is different, bro. Like, he's definitely
yeah,
different.
Yeah,
yeah,
He
yeah,
brought Ukraine out heavy in MSG,
yeah.
definitely,
You
heavy.
know,
definitely.
The
he,
So
big room. That was in the big room.
that was in the
Yep.
yeah.
big room.
Mm-hmm.
That was in the
Oh, the
big room,
big
not the
room?
little room. The big
Yeah,
room.
yeah.
Or was
That was
it?
the main event.
That wasn't Hulu.
Oh,
No,
That
that
was
wasn't.
main event. Big room.
I
Mm-hmm.
remember I was in there. I was in the Garden Theater when he fought Rocky Martinez. Bro,
Oh
I'm
man,
there
that
That
was.
was
for the
good.
first,
Oh
soon
man.
in the announcement, I'm waving my flag. Bro, after that, I'm like a library. I'm like, oh man. Man, oh man.
Oh
Man,
man,
he did my son
man,
so dirty that fight. Oh my
filthy.
God. Woo!
That's his illest. I think that's his illest knockout.
Yeah,
Maniac
because the
became an
way
honorary Ukrainian that night.
I was
He was
just
Yes.
about to
studying
say
with the
that, Mo.
Ukrainians.
That's the part he left out, Mo. The
Yeah, he
nigga,
didn't
the
say
nigga
that
said,
part. He got the
Yeah.
Ukrainian flag in the
yo,
house.
he had a stash in the back pocket just in case.
Look,
You know what I'm
look, look.
saying?
That Ukrainian color's almost similar to the Wolverines, you know? That's why he rocked with them
Oh,
heavy.
ah,
See, he
Uh,
don't want to say that part.
No, man, but you know, look, we gotta appreciate fighters like Lomachenko. I know certain people weren't a fan of his, and that's fine, right? You can't tell people who they can like and who they can't like, but you gotta respect it, regardless. You gotta respect them, man. The dude was ill, man. Lomo was ill, so shout to him. He gave us some good memories. Remember when he fried Riggy? Riggy tried to come up and
oh,
wait.
yeah, Friday. And what about this Walters? No
Oh,
Mostem.
Nicholas,
Austin.
the Axeman.
No Mostem. They said,
Yeah,
yo, I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know what to do with this man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Wagwan.
yeah.
No,
Wagwan.
another,
Whop him.
another
Whop him in the
shout
ring.
to Loma.
Where him at?
A
Where
lot
him at?
of his career was here at Madison Square Garden. You know what I'm saying? Most of his career, his big nights were done here in Madison Square Garden. He was always a big draw here at the Garden, man. Hulu Theater, big room. Loma, what was that? Rocky Martinez was at the Garden. Jermaine Ortiz at
Yeah.
the Garden. Riggy at the Garden.
Coleman.
Linares at the Garden. Comey
Yeah,
at the Garden.
yeah,
Yeah, Loma represent
yeah.
New York heavy, man. They love him
I
here.
mean,
And
shout out to
we
Loma, man.
always, man. No
Yeah,
Mas.
and
Oh, yes, Mike. No Maschenko is the
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, I remember
yeah.
that. Yeah, so you know, X, I don't know if you're aware, Yo, I didn't know Matchroom let go of Yankiel. He signed with MVP.
Yankiel is
Yeah. You saw that promo.
Matchroom.
MVP.
Matchroom let him go, I see, or he
Yo,
didn't
boy.
sign with them, one or the other. But that's a beautiful look over that MVP for him.
Especially right now.
Especially right now, Uno. Especially right now. Absolutely. So that's so that's this Saturday's card going down in the Garden Theater. Last week, bro, there was a total of 9 cards. If you had the Zone ESPN Plus app, there was 2 cards on Friday, last Friday. There was 5 on the Zone. 5 cards on the Zone. That's 7. Plus ESPN Plus, the Abdullah Mason, plus Pro Box on YouTube. It was boxing galore. I'm still catching up, actually. I am. It was a lot. It was a lot. It's just too much, bro. Like, damn. But we had the return of my man, Junto Nakatani. No, 11 and that card. Because I was on 12 because John Opatide. My goodness. It was bro.
Yeah, John Opatide fixed
got busy.
Yeah. So
fixed
we got the return of Junto was in a unification match. He fought fellow countryman Ryosuke Nishida.
Come on, man. You check us out. If we're here 4 corners, we pronunciate correctly, man.
There you go,
Don't play
man.
with us, man. Between Maniac and X, we good, man. All languages, man.
Yeah.
Feel me? Get your Duolingos.
Maniac on his Japan shit heavy.
Yeah,
Come on, get your Duolingos up.
Yo, listen. I'm gonna tell you right now, my son Junto is a problem.
Yeah, he's different.
It closed the eye, but he has two major options. I don't know about 2. 1 for sure. We know that.
Go out to Japan, Maniac. You got to go out to Japan, man.
I'm going. What they say? What's that word? The high word for Japan?
Ni hao.
Ni hao.
Ni hao.
Ni hao.
Ni hao.
Thank you. I thank you, Uno. No, so we get, and you know who was in attendance, right?
You know who was in attendance? Tell us who was in attendance. You know who was there.
Godzilla. Godzilla was in there. The monster. And we know at 122, Junto and my man Inoue will be arguably the biggest fight in Japan history between 2 countrymen.
Hold on, don't do them like that. That might be in boxing. And not in history of boxing, but especially in Japan. But
no, in Japan. Between 2 fighters.
Take away from Japan. Take away from Japan. The level of their skill level. They both Area 51ers. That's gonna be one of the biggest fights in boxing besides
in Japan. Canelo. Yes, hands down, Uno. And
biggest fight in the history of Japan.
Or he could say, let me chill here a little bit and see if my man Bam Bam want to come up. And if he want to come to the yard up here, because we know Bam Rodriguez, he's probably going to clean.
And fight face Puma.
He got still 2. He got Cafu, unification. Then he need that other unification with my man Puma.
He got Cafe and then got Bam. You heard?
So Bam got food on his plate. Bam got food on his plate. He got finished. But shout to Junto again, man. He is southpaw. He's trained by Rudy Hernandez. Bro, he got this boy right.
Rudy's a legend.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So shout to Junto.
That was De La Hoya's first trainer, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I gotta double check. So look, man, that's the beauty about it. You know, a lot of people are very biased. They only like America.
I gotta tune out real quick. I bust down this work up in here.
Do your thing, man. We about to shut it down soon. We're not gonna be on too long.
Everybody out there, y'all know what it is. Y'all know who it is. You know it's 15 pounds of
Man.
boxing Wednesday night. Smash that like button. Hit the subscribe.
Yes, sir.
Hit the
Yes, sir.
bell so you get those alerts when we on live. Pass it
Yeah.
down. See y'all Saturday night. We got a big surprise.
Pull up.
Big surprise for y'all. Main event.
Pull up.
For the main event. You hear me? Wait till that
You
main
heard?
event come through. You heard? We got a big
Pull
surprise
up.
for y'all ninjas. You heard? Pull the fuck up. Tickets are
You heard?
$40.
Pull up.
You heard?
You heard?
Peace, my brothers. Love
Yeah.
you guys.
Love you more.
Hey, we love you too. So we know that was June. So also Sunday, arguably the best fighter in cruiserweight, Ja Opatai made a defense of his title. He
Yeah.
beat this
Beat up.
Italian. I mean, beat him up.
Beat him up. And that's what he
Now,
needed to do, Maniac, because his last fight, he ain't look, you know? He ain't look. We know
right.
what he is, but he ain't look. He ain't look. So that's a good get back. That's a
Beat
good,
him
you
up.
know.
Then he had to call a surgeon after that fight, his opponent.
Yo, yes.
Bro, man, broke his jaw.
But you
Yeah,
see, see what's in the talks now, right?
Broke his jaw.
who?
You see that Benny. Benny said, let's get it popping, Opataya.
That's a different breed right there.
Yeah, I
I'm
would look.
just saying.
Look, this is look. You know, Benavidez is with the smoke. When he talk, he mean it. I'm not doubting him
I
one
got Benny
bit.
in that fight.
But to go to Cruiser and fight a Ja Opatai, this dude could punch.
Yeah,
I wouldn't advise Benavidez to do it. But if he wants to do it, bro, I see it.
Go
You know?
be great, man. Go be
Yeah,
great.
I respect it. I respect it. I won't
That nigga could
advise
be,
it.
he could be 200 by the end of the
Listen,
day.
if nobody make a lane for you, you create your own, man.
Exactly.
Facts. No facts, Mo. I'm not, again,
You
I'm
gotta
not
do it
mad
that
at
way.
him. I'm not telling him. I'm just saying me, if I was his team. But if he does it, salute. Fuck out of here. I'm not going to be mad at him for trying to
Listen,
be
he
great.
might be surprised. He might do pretty decent there. Might do pretty decent. We gotta see.
But you
He
saw, look,
always
all
been
right,
called.
because
He always been called the big boy anyway. Remember?
Yeah, Mo, but
he always
listen,
been called the
Mo,
big boy.
Mo, he at light heavyweight, when he fought Gosvick, you saw how big he was. And Benny couldn't do nothing. When I say he couldn't do nothing with
But
him,
you gotta look at
he
the
beat
type
him
of.
up.
You gotta look at the type of dude he fought, bro. That pedigree of that European bloodline don't go down easily. You gotta throw the grenade, you gotta throw the C4, you gotta do all the Call of Duty perks to try to take him out, bro. Use
Niggas
all your
gotta
Call of Duty
call in
perks, bro. And he
gotta
still might be
call in
standing at the end, bro. Let's just say, Uno.
word up. Hell, you gotta call it. I forgot what it's called. The
You gotta do the airstrike.
A.
You gotta
Yeah,
do the
that shit when
C4.
you get the 15 kill streak, nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta get
Next
the
thing you
century
know,
gun. You gotta get the
yo,
century gun from
yo.
Predator. You gotta get all that. Like,
You know what I mean? Yo, spar with Paul, man. Yo, I'm trying to tell you,
but
man.
listen, I feel you. I feel where you coming from, though, Maniac. It will be a
Oh, it's
challenge.
not
I'm not
regular.
saying it's not.
It's
It
not
will
regular.
definitely be a challenge because
Yeah,
Opatai is not for the faint of heart, bro. He is not a pushover whatsoever.
I gotta favor Opatai in that fight, man. Because
But
not
in
only
that
he's
division,
bigger, he'll be the bigger fighter, he'll be the bigger puncher. And Opatai can punch.
And also the seasoned fighter. So
those play factors. But you never know. I'm not saying Benny got zero chance. I'm just saying that the chances are slim.
It's a
all I'm
challenge.
saying is for Benny to be mentioned as great as he wants to be is not going to happen through Canelo anymore.
No.
So what
That's
he
done.
has to do,
That's done. That's not happening.
what he
Create your
has
own.
to do is, he been a weight bully. If you know, now that he moved up, his first fight was against a tough dude. He's settling into that weight. I feel like Benny's one of those special. If he settles in at the weight, if he gets a full 2-month training camp, preparing just to I don't know, man, because you know you're gonna have to kill him. Opatai gonna have to kill Benny. And we seen Opatai look, you know, you ain't never seen Benny look that. Listen, Benny's
And my
coming
thing is,
I'm just saying, that's all I'm saying.
my thing is, we haven't seen Opatai fight a guy that throws that many punches like that.
Nobody
You know what
So
I'm
saw
look,
saying?
anybody.
So we don't know
but
what
this,
he'll be vulnerable to either.
yeah,
That's
but
why it
this
makes
is
it such a
why
good fight.
I'm gonna tell you the fight I want to see Opatai before even we talk Benny is Zerdo, Gilberto
Oh,
Ramirez.
Gilberto?
Oh, Zergo, now
Yeah,
he's the weight
Unification.
yeah,
bully for real
You,
too.
there
yeah,
you go.
yeah,
He's
Unification.
definitely
He
a
got a
weight
belt.
bully.
yeah.
He got a belt at Cruiser. So let's put them in together.
Four corners matchmaking.
Oscar, let him do his thing. Let
All
him
right, so what
go.
else we got? What else we got?
Yeah, and that was that for last week. Opatai holds on to his belt. Nakatani gets another belt, so he's a unified
Yep,
champion at
yep.
bantamweight.
Mm-hmm.
That was that, and then we spoke about this week's fights. There's only one major card. OTX has a card on Friday. Liana Cruz, I believe
Mm-hmm.
she's headlining that card. So shout to OTX. Akim Baraka be in the building calling that fight,
Did y'all
along with
did,
Corey
did y'all
Erdman.
talk about this girl, Francois Cruz,
Oh
about
yeah,
her
she
fight that she
retained.
fought on the Solido Promotions?
On the Salida, yes. So that was last Friday. I saw that
Yeah.
fight. It wasn't. I wasn't really too impressed with the performance, but she got the win
Her
nonetheless.
opponent was going all out, bro. She was that was a tough opponent, man. That was a
Yeah,
tough opponent.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man. Look, man. Last week was just ridiculous with fights. 11 cards, bro.
It
11
was.
cards to watch.
And
Like,
and and with the drama filled extra shit that happened. You know
yeah.
what I
So
mean?
Yeah.
okay,
And I
real
just want to
quick.
say this, man. Hold
Go
on,
ahead.
man.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah, I've been waiting for you. Talk
Nah, man.
about it.
Nah, man. I can't call you the name no more, my dude. You officially Keyshawn, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
You fucked up the business, man.
uh,
Fucked up the business, bro. You know what I'm saying? And if anybody was fucking with you, nigga, if anybody I was dead. I'm dead for you, man. You know what I'm saying? But for real talk, total unprofessional across the board, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm into press conferences and all of that shit. I ain't even like
yeah,
your press
Keyshawn Davis.
conferences, man. You pushing niggas, like you getting like when you was doing the belt grabbing to Devacek, he ain't push you, bro. Right? He just I mean? He stood there like a man. He let you get your antics off and all of that, right? Then it comes your time, and you can't handle. You obviously couldn't handle the moment at all across the board. The way you couldn't handle the press conferences, you couldn't handle seeing your bro lose, and and it's like I'm not off the bandwagon as far as the skill in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Never that. And I believe he could bounce back in totality. But we can't act like that was like Maniac was saying, that was a black eye to the sport and
Right.
to the family, bro. To the entire family, bro. And you
Right.
was and you was doing it right. You was incorporating. You know what I mean? You was in your home state. You had your town behind you. You had your sisters singing national anthems. Your brothers fighting. And you
Yeah,
almost jeopardized that. You know what I mean? It's one
yeah,
thing to fuck with your career, right? You came in 4 pounds overweight, You should have been the one there keeping calm, heads calm,
Yep.
knowing that you fucked up. So nobody else in my family could fuck up. I fucked up. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Yo, Keyshawn, you let me down. I'm one of your biggest fans. I have been. And as far as your skill going the ring, still fuck with you. But that shit was not cool at all, B. It wasn't cool at all.
yeah.
No kudos. It was real. It was real cornish. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really want to call you a total corn, but dude, that was real. Like you like a kernel. You know what I mean? Like, you're not the whole car, but that was real kernelish. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. And I'm disappointed, man. But yeah, I had to say that, man. Because the same way I big you up at Four Corners, we keep it funky across the board. There's no bias here. You fucked up, and I hope that you bounce back.
No,
No.
I agree with you, my brother. And you're a big fan of Keyshawn, so you keep it 100. My thing with that is that, like you said, you put your brothers in jeopardy. You put your younger brother Keon in jeopardy, who's
That was
just
crazy.
starting off as a pro, and who knows what retaliations can affect him with this, with the promoters, and then your brother Kelvin, who took the loss like a professional. He took the loss like a professional. Didn't have no problems with Nair Albright. Dapped him up. Cool. But then you come along and you have these actions. Then on top of that, you put your child in danger. That's where I'm just like, bro, you're having your newborn son. Like, you're putting your kid in danger for what? For something that had nothing to be a part of you. Something that never should have transpired, first of all. So when I see that happen, and I know you said you was battling things in the past, mental things, and all these things. I can't give a pass to that at all, because you got to grow and you got to mature.
He was
Because
just good. He was
you
just
were
good,
in
Mo.
you were
You heard,
in a
Mo?
position, huh?
He
Yeah.
was just good, Mo. He just did the Andre Ward. He was just everything
No,
was good.
no,
So like you
you know
said,
what it
I'm with
what
you, Mo.
what it what it showed is this: you're
Fuck the
not
nigga.
in the position now to be the man.
It's over.
They can't make you the man. Top Rank cannot make you the face of Top Rank now, because they showed you are a liability. Shout out to the sister that was on Johnny's podcast, was dropping some dope knowledge, and she said that, and we were chopping it up. He's a liability. So anyone that is a businessman like Bob, you cost that man $700K by not fighting. Number one.
Easy.
Number two, now you just possibly destroyed any reputation for these arenas that he got to go to and that you're going to be a part of. So guess what? Now security fees is up. Protection fees is up. Oh, you got Keyshawn there? No, we already seen what he did at the last place in Norfolk. Nah, Bob, we got to charge you this percentage to make sure my staff and my people good. And then on top of that, the same young fella, my guy, Abdullah Mason, you tried to clown and punk him and say we're going to fight next, knowing you were never going to make 135 again. And guess what you did? See, what you tried to do and you tried to shame him in front of people and devalue him, but God had a bigger calling for him and made him the headline, made him the main event, and gave him the spotlight. But your actions and being crazy took away from that, because what did the commentators do? Let's talk about behind the scenes, what transpired. And they talked about Albright getting jumped. So it's like,
Yeah.
bro, right now, you're not in the driver's seat. You can't be the face. You can't be the guy for Top Rank. And
Copy.
be prepared what comes next. You might get your license suspended. You might get a suspension. As possibly you can get more fines on the way. Hopefully there's no legal actions that take place from Nahir Albright and his team and his family, because they also showed his brother was attacked too. So you just opened up a whole can of unnecessary worms, bro, for being immature and being emotional in your feelings. And it's like they say, 1 or 2 seconds of a decision in your life can change it forever. And that's what happened with him with his career right now. It's in the upswing.
Yeah,
So
I think. Yeah, I don't think it's that bad, but it's right now. It definitely has a stain. But one thing we also as humans, right? It's no justification for his actions. No one here and no one online. But we also gotta act like okay, yo, you know what? You fucked up. That's on you. You fucked up your own bag and you fuck up the bag for your brothers too.
Right.
Now, what are you gonna do to make this up? Not only to the fans, but to yourself and your family. Because you
Right.
gotta look in the mirror and say, look, bro, I fucked up. What the fuck was I doing? I put my, like you said, Mo, I put my kid in danger. The stroller's right over there. And like, come on, bro. What about a rumble with a break off? And you know how rumbles, people become pinballs, wall to wall,
Stampedes, baby.
and fall on that stroller. Why he gonna say,
Mhm.
oh, my baby? Well, you was part of that. So you gotta think, bro. This shit wasn't a baby shower. It wasn't
Mhm.
after the bar. It wasn't after the club. And I'm not saying those are the places to fight. What I'm saying is that,
A lot of fights happen there. I agree with you.
yeah, you got to know your surroundings. Yeah, I've been part of a lot of them. You got to
That's why
know
you're
your
the maniac.
we
They
got
see
we
got the we
making
got the
money, man.
Michigan
We like, yo,
Wolverines. Nigga, Maniac used to be
yeah,
on the nigga Tent Hut. What happened?
You see, you got the Logan beard growing in right now.
yeah. I'm going either Friday. I'm gonna go see the Dream Friday, so I can get crispy. You know, I gotta be
Shout to the
crispy on
dream. Shout
Saturday.
to the dream.
But yeah, man. But look, man.
Yeah.
Shout to Abdullah Mason. He's gonna
Mhm.
fight for the WBO vacant against
Mhm.
Notes. I forgot this dude, Caucasian dude.
Yeah. They 1 and 2, right?
Nokas.
1 and 2.
Yeah, but
Nokas
we
from
don't know.
Europe. He might
No.
be in
Oh, he's
Europe.
from
He
Europe.
might fight his first fight. Yeah, he's from the UK. Nokas. He
Okay,
over there
so
across
we'll
the
see.
pond.
Yeah, so we'll see when Top Rank makes that happen. And shout to Abdullah, man. He's gonna get his title shot, which I think he's more than ready. And I think he's gonna bring it back to Ohio. But look, man, Saturday is going down again. If you in the building, come holla at us. Cause we're gonna be all over. That's gonna
Yeah,
be
you'll
me.
see us.
My man
You'll see
Uno,
us.
the heavyweight champ, and of course, y'all know why that is and who it is, huh? My brother
Ah,
Fight Night X as well. So
Yeah,
look, man.
y'all do it up, bro. Y'all do it up.
yeah.
I'm
And
gonna be in
shout
the
to
Oh, Mo, you
building.
not
yeah,
going?
nah, but yeah, Mo, it's Sister Jen B-Day
Nah, I'm gonna
weekend,
talk to
man.
y'all after the chat. I'm gonna talk to y'all after the chat.
All right, copy.
All
All
right.
right,
It's
man. So
B-Day
listen,
Yeah.
weekend.
man.
B-Day
Shout to
weekend, man.
everybody that tuned in. Shout to everybody in the chat. Until
Yeah,
next week, we
yeah,
out. One.
brothers.
This is Four Corners Boxing.
Hello.
These guys are on the scene, making it happen. This is a New York freaking. You guys are New York, right here.
Yes.